Hello students, how are you? I hope that you all are fine. I am also fine. So this video is dedicated to for 8 competition section, and in this video we discuss about first chapter of physics. This is lecture number 6, and first of all you are most welcome on our Sanskaram YouTube channel. Today our topics are types of force and first law of motion. So in this chapter we read about balanced and unbalanced force. Balanced and unbalanced force. These are the types of force. Balanced force. At first, what is the balanced force? If the resultant force applied on an object is equal to 0. When we apply a force on an object and the result will be 0, then we can say the force is a balanced force. The force is a balanced force. For example, in the tug of war, if both the team applies similar magnitude of force in opposite direction, rope does not move in either side. Both 4 players are one side and 4 players are other side. They apply the same magnitude of force on both sides. It means there is no moment on the rope. This happens because balanced force is act on the rope, and this happens because of balanced force in which resultant of applied force become 0. So my dear students, according to balanced force, the net force on an object applied on both sides will be 0. We can say resultant force will be 0. Then we can say it's a balanced force. If we apply same force on the both sides, so there will be no change in an object, and the resultant force should be a balanced force. Next, unbalanced force. Next example. Balanced force do not cause any change of state of an object. Yes. Balanced force do not cause any change of state of an object. It means no change in the state of an object. Balanced force are equal in magnitude on opposite direction. The magnitude of the balanced force on the all directions should be same. If we apply a force 40 Newton from the west side, and then we apply a force 40 Newton on west side, for example, here is our object, and we apply some force 40 Newton. On this side also 40 Newton. So suppose this is the F1 force and this is the F2 force. F2. So according to this, F1 act on this direction and F2 act on this direction. So resultant force is 40 minus 40 is equal to 0. This is the balanced force. And balanced force do not cause any change of state of an object. Balanced force are equal in magnitude and opposite in a direction. They have equal in value, but their direction opposite direction. They have the opposite direction. For example, these two players 1, 2, they apply a force on this direction, and these two players apply a force in this direction. So they have they both have the magnitude same. For example, 40 Newton force, 40 Newton force, but their direction will be opposite. Their direction will be opposite. So resultant force will be 0. Will be 0. Yes, next point, that balance force do not cause the change state. No change in the state of the object, but balance force change the shape and size of the object. Balance force can change the shape and size of the object. For example, if we push a balloon in between our hand, when force apply on the both side over the balloon, the size and shape of balloon is changed. Same in case of a rubber ball. So balance force cannot change the state of an object, but it should be change the size and shape of object. It should be change the size and shape of an object. This is the balance force. This is the balance force. Balance force, that equal force acting on one object in opposite direction. For example, they apply force F1 and he or she apply force F2. If both the force have same in magnitude, 50 Newton, but their direction will be opposite. This person direction of force on this side and this person direction of force on this side, and both have the same magnitude. Both have the same magnitude. So there will be no change in the position of the object or state of the object. If it is in rest, so it will be in a rest. Do not change the object motion. Yes, it do not be for balance force do not change the object motion and does not change the direction. It's only change the shape and size of the object. Shape and size of the object. Yes. Our next topic, unbalanced force. Next topic is unbalanced force. If the resultant of applied force is greater than 0, resultant should be greater than 0, force are called unbalanced force. In the case of balanced force, we read that resultant should be 0. If resultant force is 0, it means it's a balanced force. If resultant is not equal to 0 or greater than the 0, it means the force is unbalanced force. An object in rest can move because or applying balance. An object in rest can be moved because of applying balanced force. No, because of applying unbalanced force. Because of applying unbalanced force. Unbalance. When we apply the unbalanced force of an object in rest can be moved because of applying unbalanced force. So please change it. Balance replaced by unbalance. Next, unbalanced force can do the following. Move a stationary object. Yes, if we apply the unbalanced force, the stationary object should be moved. For example, it's a box, apply on a table. We apply 40 Newton force on this side and on the other side someone applied 10 Newton force. So this object move on the direction of higher force, because 40 Newton force minus 10 Newton force, so resultant 30 Newton force. So the direction of force is on this side and this object should be moved. A stationary object will be start a motion. Second, increase the speed of a moving object. Yes, unbalanced force increase the speed of a moving object. Third, decrease the speed of a moving object. Unbalanced force may increase the speed of an object. It also decrease the speed of an object. Stop a moving object. Change the shape and size of an object. This point is same for both unbalanced and balanced force. Why? Unbalanced force change the speed of an object. For example, an object move on this side, speed 40 meter per second, and force of friction 2 Newton force of friction act on this. When we apply 10 Newton force on this ball, then it is higher than the frictional force. So my dear students, can you tell me it increase or decrease the speed of an object? Yes, it increase the speed of an object because resultant force is 8 Newton, and when we apply a force on a moving object in the direction of motion, then the speed of an object will be increased. When we apply a force in the same direction of motion, so speed will be increased. Next, decrease the speed of a moving object. Why force decrease the speed of a moving object? Suppose this is our road, and a bike rider move on the road. We increase the frictional force, or we apply the force opposite direction of the motion. We apply the force direction of motion, this side is the direction of motion and this is the direction of force, and we apply more force, then we can change the speed of the bike, and the speed of the moving object should be decreased. Third, stop a moving object. With the help of unbalanced force, we can stop the moving object. Fifth, change the shape and size of the object. Very easy. We take an example that we apply 80 Newton force on a wagon this side and a smaller force 40 Newton on this side. So what is, please tell me that what is the direction of motion of the wagon? We all know that when we apply on the 80 Newton force on this side, so it means the motion side, the moment side of the moving side of wagon should be bigger, in the direction of a bigger force, because 80 Newton, 80 minus 40 is equal to 40 Newton. So resultant force is 40 Newton act on this side. So wagon moving in this direction, wagon moving in this direction. My dear students, now we read about the Newton's first law of motion. What is the first law of motion? Any object remain in the state of rest or in uniform motion along a straight line. Means if an object is in rest or if an object is in motion, then it is compelled to change state by applying external force. Until it is compelled to change the state by applying external force. So any object remaining in the state of rest, if an object in rest, it remains in rest, or if in motion, it remain in motion. When? Then until it is compelled to change the state of by applying external force. When we apply the external force on the object, then the state of the object will be changed. When we apply external force on the object, then the state of the object change. If it is in motion, then it will be in rest, or if it is in rest, then it will be in motion. This is the first law of motion. Student, with the help of this activity, we can better understand the first law of motion.
Track. And somebody asks you to stop immediately within a second. Will you be able to do it? What if you're suddenly asked to turn towards the right? Will you be able to turn immediately? The answer to both the You can stop, yes, but gradually. You can also turn, but not sharply. And guess what? It's the same story with every object. Every object will continue to do what it's doing. If it's at rest, it will remain at rest. And if it's in motion, it will stay in motion. But what can change this? Yes, only an unbalanced force can change this. If it's at rest and an unbalanced force acts on it, it will move. If it's in constant motion and an unbalanced force acts on it, it may accelerate or change direction. And this is nothing but the Newton's first law of motion. Here's the correct definition. An object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion with the same speed and the same direction, unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. In simple words, it means that the objects continue to do what they're doing.
Now Newton's first law of motion in everyday life. If a person standing in a bus backward, when buses start moving suddenly, this happens because the person and bus both are in rest while bus is not moving. But as the bus start moving, the leg of the person start moving with the bus but rest upper portion of the person. So his body has tendency to remain in rest. Because of this, person fall backward if he is not alert. He is not alert. In second case, seat belt are used in car and other vehicles to prevent the passenger being thrown in the condition of sudden braking or other emergency. In the condition of sudden braking of the vehicle or any other emergency such as accident, the speed of vehicle would decrease or vehicle may stop suddenly. In that condition, passenger may be thrown in the direction of motion of vehicle because the tendency of remain in the state of motion. So students, today our lecture is finished and I hope you are better understand. Thank you so much.